Kami na. Yay. Hi, everyone! This is Karen and I'm with Jack
Hello,
and Diana.
fresh from.
Where? Oh! But Diana, we thought Diana Access Bars in Siargao, right?
Yes.
And then, she's really based in California.
California.
She's here for vacation. She's here for vacation. Let's see.
Sure.
But she's here in Manila now. And yay!
What else is possible?
So this is like, welcome to Manila, Diana.
Yeah.
So talk about access bars and choice. Jack. Are you ready?
Ayun.
Of course.
Hello.
Yeah, of course.
Regular eh. Pag walang interview.
Jack does breathwork with us every day. If you go to our IG and then inside the Facebook group of online One Holistic Community. Okay, so there. So all of us are access bars practitioners, and then Diana will soon be a facilitator.
Yay!
And how does it get any better than
Yes.
that? But first, I guess, Jack, what is access bars? Just so we can ground this discussion.
Yeah. So as you know, access bars is touch points ahead natin. By touching it, we release any judgment on that certain point, and by doing so, then we can be more allowing, and we can be more receiving. So
Diana, what is access bars for you?
Access bars for me is like a reset in your way of thinking from things that you got from this lifetime and lifetimes before that.
yeah.
And with Diana, we actually experienced that.
Oh my gosh, I remember. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Apat na araw kami nag
Well, access bars is supposed to
Like
be
class.
just a 1-day class, but for Diana, we did it for 4 freaking days.
Yeah, I remember it. It was intense because I remember I had like a past life. I don't know if regression is the word during our session, diba? But it was amazing because now I'm still working on jumping like off a cliff into the water, but I can at least be in open water where I'm not,
Can you tell them like how it was able to clear lifetimes? Because when you did
Yeah.
say lifetimes of
before that.
yuck stuck in with the F,
Uh-huh.
it was she saw what she released.
So like in my past life, I was a male and I had a wife, and apparently, long story short, we went to this cliff. It was a cliff and a water, and I jumped, and when I jumped, I died. So I've always, I guess before I knew that, I've always had a fear of jumping off cliffs. Or my friends would do it, even maliit na cliff lang, kahit 5 feet, parang, ayoko. Sabi ko, oh, saya-saya. I said, no, okay lang. I would like walk to the water, or even open water for me. I love the beach, but if I'm like too far out, parang, okay, babalik na ako. So when I had that, I think what triggered it too is you were like near the kindness, gratitude, peace, and calm. And there was a gesture that kept hitting, and then it was almost like as a clairaudience, clairsentience, I just accepted, like, okay, I'm seeing things. Who is this? And I even got my name as my husband before was Peter. So I was just like, what's going on? And it was super intense because I remember, yun nga, parang how I died, the bet that it was all from a dare, right? From the people that I went with, saying, "Oh, I bet you cannot jump," and then we bet like something, it's like 100 pesos or something along the lines.
$1,000.
1,000, something like that.
Yeah,
diba?
that was a ballot.
Yeah.
$1,000 for
And
you to jump
jump.
off the cliff.
The cliff, and I went back there after. I think when I went back with you, I realized someone told me in the 3D world that there was a rock that fell in that certain area because there was a jumping point now.
Yes,
There was an actual jumping. Now you cannot jump, but there was a jumping point for before. And I said, "Oh, what happened?" It's like, "Oh, there was a rock that fell, so they closed nila yung jumping." So I said, "That's where it is. That's where I jumped from."
That's where you died.
Yeah, and then when I was swimming, I remember when you guys got out of the water, I stayed in the water and I just meditated. And I can hear the commotion of when I died. It's almost like flashback kasi nakalutang ako. And obviously I hear people yelling in the 3D world, but how it processed in my head, it's like, oh, ito yung parang the commotion of the stuff that was happening during that time.
Wow.
And I remember the attachment to that was my wife, diba? Like my wife wasn't didn't want to let me go. And I remember saying in our session, like, I appreciate you showing me this and showing me what I need to release.
Yeah.
However, I also have to release you as my wife in this previous lifetime because it's holding me back from what my mission is in this 3D, in this current life.
Lifetime.
Mm-mm.
So for those of you who are not aware what a clairsentient, clairaudient person is Diana can see things from the past or from the future that usually people don't see. So what happened during her access bar session is that it got activated.
Ay, X-Men ka pala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of activation, recently I did. So I do tarot cards and I do oracle cards. Last week lang, I feel like it reached another level where someone, I guess I would describe it as mediumship. So
Yeah.
I kept hearing things like, may kumakatok. I said, what's that? And I was doing someone's cards, and then something. Oh, it's almost like my clear audience was like, ask her if her mom's still living. I said, is your mom still living? I said, hindi. I said, I think your mom is here. And I just went with it.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
went
yeah.
with it. And it was even to the point that I saw a blue ribbon. I said, does something blue, what does that mean something to you?
Yeah.
So he goes, well, my mom died from cancer and blue ribbon. Because I'm like, yeah, she's showing me something. Like I was having a conversation with mom, showing me things, telling me things. And there was another client that I had, similar thing that their mom passed. And she said to telling my client, take me out of the box. I said, is there something that your mom had in the box? Her wedding ring doll. And I was like, your mom's telling you to take the wedding ring out and wear it around your neck or put it outside the box. And I kid you, parang I'm even getting
Yeah,
goosebumps.
having goosebumps right
Grabe.
now.
I was just like, what is this? I never tapped into the mediumship. I would see medium.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I received okay. But I also had to stay my back. But there, doing something or not been turned on. Like that. Do
think that hours.
Oh, yeah.
You might
We
want
learned
to share that to Diana.
in the foundation class.
Yes, okay, tell me more about
Yeah, kasi ako din, well, few people na mga like spiritual guru din mentioned to me or told me na lapitin din daw ako
Mhm.
ng mga, spirits, entities, as what we call it in access. So, ang sabi is, kasi for me kasi, hindi ko pa siya, like, I have fear.
Mhm.
Kasi nung bata ako, which is common sa Philippine culture, na kapag may gustong pagawa sa sige ka, or may dapat kang hindi gawin,
Mhm.
laging may fear na attached.
Yeah.
O wag mo gagawin yan, may pulis or ganon,
Mhm,
hulihin ka,
mhm.
or wag mo gagawin yan, may multo dyan, sige.
Mhm, mhm. Tama,
So,
tama.
Yan ang na-program, I mean, no offense syempre hindi na, sorry, parents doesn't know that, right? So,
Confirmation.
yeah, parents doesn't know that, but it's something that for me is like it limited me from like maximizing the opportunity pala that I can work with them.
Mhm.
So for me, instead of me maximizing that, parang it became a fear na I don't wanna like come contact with them or
Mhm.
speak to them. Lagi ko silang dinidisregard, pero they're always there. Hindi ko sila nakikita. I
Mhm.
feel them,
You feel them.
their presence. But anyway, ang sabi ni Dan, if you're watching, thanks to you. So ang sabi niya, there's what they call office hours, wherein you, instead of them controlling you, your my peace,
Mhm.
parang I give them yung office hours.
Mm.
Okay, office hours, I need your help. Or I require your assistance.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
for example, I need a parking space. Just simple things that
Mhm, mhm.
we can use so much so na you can, instead of fear, ano pa siya, more to my
assistance,
advantage.
yeah.
So, that's the office hours. And if I want to sleep, like tonight, I'm so tired, I want to sleep, don't bother me. So, walang
Close.
office hours. Close.
Close.
Okay? Don't come to me muna. I mean, go away, whatever you want to do.
Sorry, that's the
So,
train.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
in Manila.
Manila, talagang part of Manila.
We're in the heart of Manila, and you can hear the trains right now. So that's one thing you can use if you're like lapitin with entities. You can just say, meron kang time. Okay, right now, office hours. Now, office
Sige,
hours
help
close.
me.
So they
Ngayon, wag muna.
Oh, yeah, I definitely
So-
had to do that. And thank you for validating that.
Yeah. And entities, eventually, when you work with entities, they're not scary. right now we're learning that entities can actually contribute to you. They can give you money, they can give you clients, they can help because they don't have a job. They're just there. They
There.
would like to do
They want to
some
be useful.
they want to be useful. Like for me,
Correct.
I'm so forgetful.
Mhm.
And we're living recently living together. I forget if I've turned the stove on. Like I will
Yeah.
forget things. So I gave the entities in the house a job. Please let me know if I'm going to burn something.
Yeah.
Please let me know if like I have to turn off a stove or the oven.
Yeah.
And I would know exactly like
I like that.
before things get burned. Like
Yes.
this is happening. So they have give them a job. But I would like I'm still working on asking the entities to give me money. Because I'm like working with entities also. Now your job is to give me money.
Yes.
But that hasn't materialized that yet. Not yeah, but we're working on that. But telling me to remind me to turn off the oven or the stove, yeah, they've been
That's
very
working.
good.
Yeah.
That's working. They've been very good at
I have a
that.
joke about that. So there's moments where like yung nga nilalipatan ako. Sabi ko, if you come into my space without my permission, you have to tell me the lotto numbers.
Yeah, go ask them for
Ano?
go ask them for lotto numbers.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, diba? Okay.
But that's the thing that opens up for that's why it's access bars and beyond access bars and choice. I feel like access bars what it does is opens you up to choices. Now you're open to entities, you're
Right.
open to more awareness, you're
Mhm.
open to a lot of things. But where does choice come in with access bars? Like because they say with access bars your life can change.
Mhm. True.
So where does that like how
How
exactly?
change can
Yeah, how does change occur for both of you?
sa akin talaga awareness. I mean, sabi ko nga sa lahat ng modality naman, whether you're just whether dream lang natulog ka, pagising mo, may napanaginipan ka, tapos you ask yourself, ano kayang meaning nun? Most people kasi they go on Google and they check it. Pero you can really have that conversation sa sarili mo na lang di ba? Kasi you know. So same with access, when you lie down and somebody touches your head, while the process is going on, there'd be some stuff that may come up to you. It brings you awareness whether biglang sumakit yung ipin mo, what is it? Baka naman pala you have to work on that, or a part of your body is, aching, maybe you have to pay attention to that. That's too much, or it's too little, or you have to do more of this, less of that. Ganun lang naman yan. It's just balancing everything all together. And we have different facets in life. Whether it's, we think about, say, our finances, or relationship with a person. A lot of things may come up. Awareness. And then, from then on, it's really your choice. Yun na yun. That's when choice comes in. Then, do you want to, how do you want to continue with
Because
it?
I remember what Daniel is saying. Because we invite somebody from New York over, and then this person is that like I don't know, but my life hasn't changed even if I use this. Like yeah. And then Daniel said, "But are you making new choices?" Because yeah, that's what bars does. Gives you awareness, but then it's still up to you. You still have to choose. Are you choosing? And then I remember he's saying, "Are you choosing differently now?" Because even if you have all of these tools, but if you're not choosing differently now, it's still the same.
We were just talking about this before. You always get downloads, diba? But if you don't act on it, one, someone else will. And two, parang, okay, sabi ng universe, I gave you the quote-unquote answer you're looking for, but if you're not going to act upon whatever it is that I'm having you receive, parang, sa'yo na yun.
Yeah.
It may come again in a different form, but if they have a saying, diba, with Albert Einstein, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that is the definition of
Insanity.
anxiety.
You're actually in the other part, Diana, right now. You're making a difference.
Yeah.
In here in the Philippines.
Yes, it was not the easiest, but
Welcome to the ride.
yes, I rode with the wave, and I guess the fear was starting over, right?
Yeah.
But I figured, you're never starting over from scratch. You're starting over from experience. And I said, how much better can this get where I can actually have everything that I desire exactly how I want it, with a firm foundation, with my motherland, and connecting with my ancestors that are from this lineage, this and I said, you know
Tsaka
what?
naalala ko, hindi ka talaga dapat pupunta. Which I remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
It was your ex na unang pumunta rito. And then you came here because you also want to learn about
Yes.
your...
About yeah, and then that, and then also like, I wanted to bond with my dad, da 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 da. But yeah, that the but I just realized fruition of
Now you're here.
now I'm here, and it's funny because before I left in May from the Philippines, and come back, and I literally left America December 30. And
Wow.
I actually spent New Year's on the airplane, and they woke us up luckily maybe like 10 minutes before the countdown, and I looked the map to see where we were. We just passed the international line, so we got to celebrate with the Philippine time.
The New
Sa the New
Year.
Year.
Galing,
So parang nag-quantum jump talaga, nag-time lamp jump ako, and I was like, wow, this is scary. I'm stepping into the unknown, but it felt different for me because I literally was leaving my life December 30th, and when I came here January 1 na, in a whole new year, a whole new soil, a whole new mindset, and
Yeah.
the first couple days were very like, oh my god, what's going on? What am I doing? Am I parang don't sink in, I actually did it. I'm actually here. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? And the first couple days, besides the jet lag, parang na-stuck ako. It was a very stagnant, like, fuck. Okay, parang, of course, when you're stepping into the unknown, nothing is familiar. I don't know what my routine will be. I don't talk to the people that I talk to anymore. Parang clean slate talaga. And then when I was luckily I didn't stay stagnant in one place.
Yeah.
After like 2 days, I went to Cebu. The same day, I went to Bohol, and,
Yeah.
and after that, I went to Batangas and then Cavite. So I was able to parang
Move around,
move around,
right?
see. But in the moments where I was like, for example, Batangas, I stayed for like 8 days. I took the time to just meditate, to just sit with myself. I was also able to reconnect with like someone that I grew up with when I was 5 years old. So, and he was also in the spiritual world. So I was like, okay, this is also parang connection of the spirituality of different people in my life who, again, we've known each other since 5, and then we lost contact, and all of a sudden, oh, when you at the same frequency, I don't know if you exert that frequency, that's the frequency that you're focused on, whether it's spirituality, work, business, whatever it is, you'll reconnect or find people that are also on the same level. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, ganito pala to. But yeah, I was just very amazed by the turn of events.
And you have a job offer.
Oh my gosh, what else is possible?
Mm.
Yes, yes. So I was not planning on finding a job. My whole thing is, okay, Filipinas ako, I'm gonna really go within in my spiritual journey and, heal my shadows, confront things that, things that, for example, I realized from my previous relationship, I have unresolved anger issues within myself. And I never realized it until it came out. So that was my focus. Okay, I get it. How can I have that anger come out so I can talk to it? Hello, anger, you're here. How can I help? Inner child, how can I handle it? And when I was offered this job, it almost like clicked. So I guess the title, if you want to put it as like a spiritual psychologist. So I was just like, what else is? It was definitely a dream job that I manifested way before I can remember. And when it came into fruition, it was so easy. It was so light. It was so like I'm here with my mission, with my purpose, with my ikigai. So like, if for the people that don't know ikigai, it's something that you love, something that people will pay for, and something that people are searching for information about. So I was like, when it parang emerged together, I said, oh, again, the different modalities, access bars, Reiki, meditation, tantric, breath work. I was like, what else? What else is possible? And I would have never received this if I held on to the life that I had before. So one of the things that I love to share with people that I come across is, if your life feels like it's going, crazy, or it's a tower moment, if you're looking at tarot cards, or just falling to pieces, just know that things are falling apart so better things can come. Everyone has the best to offer to you. It's just the process of actually letting go and releasing the okay, God, I whatever emotion, because I give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, universe, I don't know what's going on, but I give it to you. Parang yung surrender, that's the word. When you actually surrender and really just surrender, like, I don't know, but I know that this is for my highest good. That's when things really, parang siyang floods in. Like, imagine when you have this mindset of, okay, I need to stick to this, I need to just do this. When it's very structured, very logic, very right brain, nasa stop natin ng flow ng biyaya,
Yeah.
ng blessing eh. But when you
Right.
release that, it's like, for me, it felt like almost 24 hours, boom,
Bago.
bago. Like, one of the things I ventured recently is TikTok.
Right.
I made $40 the other day on TikTok.
Wow, ang bilis ah.
Yeah, just by me just being there, and I think I don't remember. I think I was doing tarot cards. That was one of the people that I was channeling for,
Yeah.
and I was like, I've always visioned, or I've always asked, like, I wonder how these people are making money off TikTok.
Right.
And then when I made my first, like, I was just like, ganito lang pala if you just receive and you surrender. Like, you take out the limiting beliefs. It's like, oh, how am I gonna? And at that time, I only had 500 followers. And I said,
Yeah.
okay, how can reversing it? Asking myself, how can I get to 1,000? What can I do? So I started to go
Right.
to other people's lives
Yeah.
and just be friendly. How are you? And
Yeah.
eventually, they invited me on their live, so I started to get more followers that way. And the next thing I know,
Wow.
I'm getting, like, when I open my TikTok, 123 people followed you. 83. I was just like, wow. Minsan nga, I'm working on receiving. There's time I would go on the live and it'd be like 200 people. I said, parang nasa stuck ako, like, what do I say?
Wow.
Like 200
It's a
people.
lot of
Yeah.
people.
But I receive, and I'm just like, I have to remind myself, whatever it is I'm doing, whether karaoke, whether I'm doing tarot or just talking, what you have to say matters. What you have to say matters, and that's what I just keep telling myself and telling the viewers that I watch is, you are enough. You are worthy, and what you have to say to the world matters, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Very calming ka, no?
Pag minsan,
share.
Yeah, it's different. Because I watch her on IG, not on TikTok, but it's different energy depending on what she feels like.
Share
So,
mo na yung TikTok
yeah.
mo.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok handle so,
my-
we can follow you?
So my TikTok is Lady D3690.
Okay. So, if Lali, if you can put it down, the TikTok handle. Also, I guess our battery is low at this point, and we're on the rooftop, so we cannot charge. I guess we'll be ending this discussion soon. But yeah, what will be your parting words for people watching, listening? Because our conversation started with access bars, and then it led to surrender,
Mm-hmm,
right?
Sa akin,
So, what would
for me,
be
yung
your-
familiar kasi very easy to choose all the time. Kasi familiar na siya.
mm-hmm.
So, sa akin, yun din yung naging game changer ng life ko. Like, when I chose something, kumbaga, parang naging open ako sa ibang opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Which is same as your story. That's when my life expanded. Like, kasi di ba, I've been single for the longest time, and then when I opened up that possibility, kahit nasaktan na rin kasi ako dati,
Mm-hmm.
like, naloko din ako with relationship ng money, ganyan. So, if I stayed and if I listen to the same story, because it's very familiar, then I would not choose something else. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, yun, parang for me, the familiar is so easy to choose, but what else is possible?
Yeah, diba? Growth comes out of the things that are unfamiliar. Because if you're always, if you're sticking to the familiar, something, parang na-master mo na yun eh.
Oo.
Paano ako mag-grow if you...
Tama. Boring na ako.
No, we always need some sort of stimulation. But yeah.
Yeah. So my question for people watching is, what would it take for you to choose you? What would it take for you to choose more? What would it take for you to choose something different? Like what you did. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a jump.
It was a very abrupt jump, but
It was
yes,
a
it was but it was again like a blessing in disguise talaga. I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't be here this moment with you guys, and
Wow, na-resolve mo na yung trauma mo tumalon. Kasi
Diba?
I mean,
Hindi ka namatay.
Hindi ako namatay ka. That was impossible.
Hindi ka namatay.
Yeah.
Ibang version
Ibang
ng
jump. I'd rather have, well, maybe not all the time like this. Okay, universal joke, but is not water, but I feel this is a water of life.
Yeah.
The resemblance of this is the water.
And you resolve that
Trauma.
trauma.
Galing.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
time you're
galing natin.
you jumped and you're thriving.
Thriving, yes.
Wow.
I love that.
Swimming.
Swimming.
Just
And
keep
enjoying.
swimming.
Yeah.
Just keep
So
swimming.
I'd like to invite you if you'd like to try Access Bars, you can book. Diana will be in Mindanao
Yeah.
soon. You can connect with Diana, and she's always on Zoom, TikTok. You can connect with her online. Of course, Jack is in Manila. You can connect with him. You can check also One Holistic Community. We have Access Bars class this weekend. Let us know if you'd like to join us. And yeah, what else is possible
What
for
else is
you?
possible? And then for anybody that is not in these regions, let us know. Like, get a group together. We would love to go to your homeland and
Wow.
share the access bars of that. So
Wow.
what
Yeah,
else
that's
is
a-
possible?
Oo, traveler kami
Tra-
tatlo.
traveler,
Ah.
my the modality that I always share with in my
Try.
portal is a traveling healer. Because why not?
Yeah.
What else is possible?
Yeah, invite us if you have a
Oo.
group.
Last
or-
year, we traveled to
We
I
met in
don't know,
Siargao.
5 different provinces to run and teach bars. So this year, we're open.
Yeah, invite us,
Tatlo na kami. So you'll be a
Bebe.
facilitator now when we go to your region.
That's always been our dream, Jack and I. Like when we go to a place, like would certify one person to be a facilitator. Because
Yes.
if you're a facilitator, you just require 3 access bars.
Mhm. And then tatatlo na tayo.
So hindi na sila magpo-fly, di
Diba?
ba?
Because that was an
Tayo na
issue
yung
in
pupunta.
Siargao. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, if I get one from you, I would have to still go to Manila to find someone for the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, they pay.
Tatlo na tayo.
Yeah.
So,
So
there.
we leave access bars to you as a tool, and then it's up to you not to make it, expand it in your
Expand it.
region.
And
Mhm.
what will you choose after that? But what we're saying is that our lives change because of that, because of access bars and because of our choices. So it's not
Mhm.
just bars. There's a choice. So you have an accountability component.
Yes.
So because of our choice. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for
Okay.
joining us. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.